Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west.
Hey, shalom, Israel. Let's clap it up. All right, shalom, Israel. I want to say Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Barakathum to all the Akim, Yahweh Shamar Alathan Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to all the Akwathim, this priest and officer of 1,000, Aisha Allah, with the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under Commanding General Yohana. If it is not under Commanding General Yohana, it is not the truth. With that said, we are not affiliated with any other Christian organizations, Muslim mosques, no other movements, you understand. The ISUPK stands alone in this fight, teaching the truth of the Bible. That truth is that the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Most High's chosen people and make up the 12 tribes of Israel, all right? And we also teach that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And when we say that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, what we are talking about is one, who is a master deceiver, one who is a liar, you understand, and an adversary for all of those characteristic traits, you understand. Our oppressor is very skilled in his ability to deceive the Lord's chosen people and to deceive the world at that, all right? But we are concerned with the Lord's chosen people. We're concerned with the Israelites of the Bible, all right? The Israelites of antiquity, right? So we're going to get into it tonight, man. We're going to talk about, some things that we fall into behind the lies of the oppressor. You understand? Some things that we find ourselves following behind, following after. And we see it damn near monthly. Well, you see it daily, but every month there's some holiday that the world celebrates that is a tradition or a custom of our oppressor, man. Yeah, and we are on the verge of one called Halloween, right? The end of October, everybody celebrates Halloween. Everybody, gets all involved and everybody gets all in the Halloween spirit. And if we are not careful, if we do not wake up to the truth of the Bible, then the Lord's chosen people will find themselves celebrating Halloween year after year after year, amongst many other, disgusting traditions. But we're going to get into this one specifically. The title of this class is Celebrating Halloween Shows Your Hatred of Children and the Most High. You understand? Now, that is not a sermon that your pastor could preach, because your pastor does not think that there's anything wrong with celebrating Halloween. Your pastor does not think there's anything wrong with the Harvest Fest, you know what I mean? The trunk or treating. Doesn't think there's anything wrong with the costume parties. Your pastor does not see anything wrong with this. When the Bible definitely does. You understand? We in the ISUPK especially understand how dangerous and how ignorant it is to be a child of the Most High and to run around conducting yourself in the manner of heathens. All right. So we're going to get into it. Here's what I want to get into first. We're going to hit the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 6, if I could. I want to say Tawada, the Trooper Amawan, for joining us remotely. You understand? Tech savvy, all set up. Let's get that brother in here. You understand? Water Warrior. You also got Trooper Aliyah. He in the building. You understand? He is in this, in this place, ready to read, nice and strong, right? Ready to learn this truth, man, and take notes. Take notes. It won't be long for these troopers or officers in the ISUPK responsible for breaking down these truths. You understand? This wisdom, this knowledge, this life You understand that the Most High gave us, which is instruction that our leaders have failed to teach us. The Christian church has failed to teach us anything that the Most High expects of us. And we wonder why the Most High don't listen when we call on him. We wonder why the Most High, is so pissed off and angry at his children. It's because we have become very disobedient children. We have been led astray by very weak and greedy leadership who are willing to do anything to make money, even if that means tell lies to their very own people at their own destruction. Someone got that Proverbs for me?
Repeat which scripture it is.
Proverbs 22:6, Baba Kasha.
I got it.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 6.
Go ahead.
Train up a child
Read that
in the
again.
way. Train up a child.
Train up a child. Those are instructions. This is something that the Bible is telling you that you have a responsibility to do, especially as an Israelite father and an Israelite mother. You have children that you are raising as Israelites. Oh, it is going to require some training. You understand? Training is such an important word here because training is like, some people play like a sport, right? Take basketball, for example. Some people play basketball. Some people play it. Some people train for it. You understand? Some people train in the sport of basketball. Is there a difference? Aliyah, what's the difference?
When you're just playing basketball, it's real casual. You're not expecting it to go far, but when you're training for something, you're putting a lot more work in.
Absolutely. Get that brother a hand. Get that brother a hand. Listen, he said when you're playing basketball, it's just like a casual, experience. You're just doing it, right? But then he said when you're training, it's much more serious. It's much more vigorous. It's much more much more intense. There's an intensity about it. This is what we as Israelite mothers and fathers have gotten away from when it comes to raising our children. We have not learned the training that is required to bring these children up. And what's happening is, let me get rid of this now. Here's what you better understand. The oppressor is training your child. The oppressor is not taking no days off of training your child to be an excellent heathen, training up your child to be the most zealous participant of Halloween, man. That is what's going on, man. That is what's going on. Your children are in school right now, right? Your children are in school every day. And for the past couple of weeks, your children have been painting pictures of pumpkins. Your children have been, you understand, coloring scarecrows and, coloring, jack-o'-lanterns and doing word puzzles with, witches and brooms. You understand? And the word searches with words like bonfires, right? And things like that. Trick or treat and candy and ghost. The oppressor is taking no days off of training your child to be just like them. You understand? To be a part of their society, to be a part of their culture, to be a part of their traditions and their customs, man. No days off, which is why this scripture is so heavy. Read that again from the top, Amawan.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 6.
Go ahead.
Train up a child in the way he should go.
It says train up a child in the way he should go. Read.
And when he is old,
And when he grows up, after some time of this training, keep reading.
He will not depart from it.
He will what?
He will not depart from it.
Yeah, I pray everybody out there understands what's going on here. This is why it's so hard to wake Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans up to the truth of the Bible, because the world has trained everybody up in the lies of the Bible. You understand? In lies about the Bible, in lies about who the Israelites are, in lies about what the Most High God expects from his children. All the lies about what you can and cannot do, what you should and should not do, what is acceptable and what's appropriate, what's a good thing to do, what's a bad thing to do, who you should love and trust, who you should never trust and not love. The world has trained us up, and before you know it, you'll be outside of an ISUPK camp arguing with the brothers about whether or not Christ was dark skinned or light skinned, when the Bible's crystal clear on that. But when you've been trained up as a child with the image of Caesar Borgia, who is, the picture of white Christ, when that's all you've seen since a child, even as an adult who now can put 2 and 2 together, say, yeah, no one in that region was light skinned, right? You'll say, damn. You'll still fight and say, no, Jesus, you'll fight to keep that white image, because you were trained up as a child to believe that that's the image of Christ. You understand? That's exactly what we really ran into, man, this in Baltimore just this very weekend, man. Just this very weekend, we ran into that with brothers thinking they know the Bible. They were so offended that we called the image, the white image of Jesus, a lie. And he's like, oh, no, not my Jesus. He was ready to exact violence on Commanding General Yohana's soldiers, man, that are teaching the truth of the Bible. Well, here we go with Halloween. You got people who from their youth were trained up that Halloween is okay. It's just about getting candy, man. It's for the kids. The kids like to wear the costumes. The kids like to, have fun. They like to go, door to door. They like to, go with their friends. It's nighttime. They like to see the lights and the decorations, and it's all a vibe that the kids love. So before you know it, you're a child that's grown up, and now you have children, and now you expose your children to those same practices, and you start training them to love Halloween, to pick out a costume. What do you want to be this year? When the school sends the permission slips home, or when the school sends the field trip information home to go to the pumpkin patches and to go to the Halloween parties and all of these things, and the parents are sending their kids right in there, man. Hell, not to mention the adults that are going to go to costume parties. There's going to be adults that go to costume parties on Halloween night. What is it, Friday night too? It's a Friday night. Everybody's already looking for a reason to turn up and get high and to get drunk. You understand? And to make all kinds of irresponsible decisions. Well, hell, Halloween is a perfect, environment to do that with. A Halloween party where I get to wear a disguise. I get to wear a disguise and be as wicked as I want to be. Huh? People won't know that it's the goddamn supervisor from your job acting a whole fool. They're gonna think it's a SpongeBob, with problems with his hands. You understand? Because these are adults who were trained up as children to believe that Halloween is okay. And now that they are old, you can't get these grown people to stop celebrating Halloween. You can't. You will be hard pressed to get a Christian to not celebrate Halloween. A Christian will celebrate Halloween. They'll do the costumes and the candy and pumpkins and everything. But the costume's going to be of what? Who wants to guess what the costume is going to be? A popular Christian costume. Aliyah? damn, I wasn't thinking that. You're right. That certainly is not outside of the scope of their ability, is to dress as the pitchfork and the red horns, right? But a lot of times what you'll see is that they'll dress as an angel, or they'll dress as one of the disciples, right? That they'll dress like, like an old biblical attire with like the robe, you know what I'm saying? Like that's commonly depicted on TV. They'll dress like that and be like, well, I'm dressed as a Bible character, huh? I'm dressed as Mary. You sisters out there dressing as so-called Mother Mary, but you got on damn fishnet stockings and a skirt up to your belly button. You know what I'm saying? like a skirt that is not hiding anything, because trained up as a child, man, to love and celebrate this holiday, and to love the practice of heathens, man, to love the destructive nature of pagan traditions. Every pagan tradition has such a destructive aftermath, but we love it so much. We've been so trained, we've been so well trained that we ignore the negative consequences of it. You understand? Like, not to digress, but take Christmas, for instance. We love Christmas so freaking much, we ignore the ramifications of such irresponsible financial decisions. We ignore the ever-present consequences of celebrating Christmas, the credit card debt, the bills that get behind. You ignore all of those consequences because you love Christmas that much, because you've been well trained by our oppressor, man. You Christians have been well trained by the oppressor to think that these pagan, heathen traditions are something that the Most High is okay with, when he's made it crystal clear that he don't rock with none of that. Everybody understand? We're going to read quickly just a little bit about the origins of this Halloween nonsense, man. I know everybody thinks it's just pumpkins and, candy and costumes, thinking that, it's just something that's relatively new. No, this is something that is old. This is a practice that is ancient, that you're participating in. And it had meaning. You got that, Aliyah? Anything, read.
What is the history of Halloween?
The history of Halloween.
Halloween origins date back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain.
The ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, right? It's spelled Samhain, but it's an ancient. It's pronounced Samhain, and again, it's an ancient Celtic festival. Anybody know who the Celtics are? Like who they are today? Like where it comes from? Aliyah? You're white people. You're damn right. But specifically the Irish. Okay, the Celtics are from Ireland. Okay, like the Irish. You understand? So when you go and celebrate Halloween, you are practicing some ancient Irish tradition. I mean, damn, are you Irish? You understand? Now, again, I know Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans have had our identities and our heritage, you understand, and our culture and our history ripped away from us, and we are rediscovering it. You understand? We are being renewed by the teachings of the ISUPK under Command of General Yohana since 1969. The revelation that Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical Jews, man. And that we have a culture. We have our own holidays that we celebrate. We have our own code of ethics. We have our own dietary laws. We have things that we eat. We have things that we don't eat. We have ways to treat each other, ways that we are supposed to treat each other that are different from the way that other people treat each other. We have ours. So they introduced this ancient Celtic nonsense. You understand? Like the Boston Celtics. You understand? The Celtics, well, they got like a 3-leaf clover. You understand? I think sometimes they got like almost like that little fighting Irish dude, or am I confusing that? They got like is their mascot like the little Irish leprechaun looking cat with the Dukes, like with the Dukes up like this? It's a lot. I can't get that in the camera. You know how they fight like this. That's how you know. You know what I'm saying? That ain't getting nothing done. And they always wind them up like that, like they riding a bicycle with their hands. They get smacked up with the Yad Karab. You tripping, man. And whatever, y'all. Who is this? Temp Abdul Azim. Listen, go kiss the rock, G. Go kiss the rock, man. This ain't for you, gang. I don't know what to tell you, man. You block somebody and they come back 3 times. I don't know what that's about. How do you do that? This is not about Allah. This is not about that rock you worship, man. We talking about Israelite culture does not line up with Celtic culture. And the Most High gets pissed off when his children go and adopt some other culture. That's all we doing. It ain't nothing you could do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you can disagree with it. All right, go ahead, keep reading. What's going on with it? This ancient sowing festival.
This day marks the end of summer and the harvest is the beginning of the dark, cold winter.
Right. So this was kind of like a transition period that they acknowledge. Okay. They say, oh, snap, things are changing. Like there's a point where things are growing, and then there comes a point where things are dying. And they find that point. You understand? And they do a festival about it. Go ahead, Salakia.
A time of year that was often associated with human death.
A time of year that was associated with human death. Why was it associated with human death? Why was this time of year associated with human death? Anybody, a scholar? Anybody got some wisdom? Aliyah?
Was 2 things. One, the plant around them died during winter.
Right. So they're looking around and they're seeing leaves fall off trees. They're looking around, they're seeing, you know what I mean, flowers die. They're seeing, crops die because the weather changes. And the weather changes because the Earth's revolution around the sun changes. You understand? It's rotation around us. Like these natural things that happen, they think it's somehow, I don't know, it blows their mind. Amawan, let me get Jeremiah 10:2, Baba Kasha. Jeremiah 10:2, if it's not too much trouble.
I got it for you.
Actually, read verse 1 if you could, Baba Kasha.
Khan. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house.
Salakia, hear ye the word which the Lord, the Most High, speaketh unto you. Read.
O house of Israel.
Who?
Israel.
Everybody?
Israel.
The whole world?
Israel.
He's got the whole world.
Israel.
Israel. This is, if you're one of the 12 tribes of Israel, the Most High is speaking to you. This is your directive. You understand? Like this is what your pastor doesn't understand, right? God had directives for his children. You understand? This is one of them. He's talking to his kid. Like sometimes as a parent, when you tell your children something, are you talking to everybody's children? Is it possible to give a directive to your child that's not for everyone else's child? Yeah, that's completely possible. That's what the Most High is doing here. He's saying, listen, this is for the children of Israel. This is what I want to warn you against. This is an order for you. Read.
Verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Do what?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
It says, learn not the way of the heathen. That means that the heathen has a way of doing something. And he says, don't learn that. Like, don't. Now, learn not the way of the heathen. Is that saying, like we're doing today, we gotta go and learn what the hell this Halloween nonsense is? What does it stem from? What are its roots? What is its origin? What is it really about? Is it talking about not learning about it from like a educational standpoint, or is it talking about don't go and practice it and find out that it's something you should not do? Which of them is it? Aliyah? Yeah, this is talking about don't go do these things. Don't go say, oh, that's how you do a a sewing festival. I want to be a part of that. I want to see what it feels like to put that costume on. I want to see what it feels like to go to that bonfire. I want to see what it feels like to go trick or treat. I want to see what it feels like to go ward off evil spirits. I want to go see what it feels like to try to communicate with the dead. I want to go do all these things. The Bible's telling us don't learn it like that. Don't you go learn the way of the heathen. You understand? Keep reading.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. What does dismayed mean? What does the word dismayed mean? Anybody? You usually quick on it, man. You usually quick on it over here. You sleep out. Got a rough day? No, oh, it was already up. What does it mean, dismayed?
Cause someone to feel consternation and distress.
To feel what?
Consternation and distress.
Distress. Don't be distressed. You understand? At what? The signs of heaven. Well, what are the signs of heaven? I know your pastor cannot understand any of this book. I know your pastor holds this book up. Your pastor has someone that carries this book around for him. They call him an armor bearer. You know? Jesus Christ. I'm not going to go. I'm not going. I might. I just might go in on them. They have someone who they're probably abusing who carries this book around for them called an armor bearer. And in this book, it says, be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, man. What are the signs of heaven? Brown Hornet got it in the chat, right? The sun, the moon, the stars, not just the objects, but what happens when those objects are in different places. You understand? Like the Earth's relation to the sun as it makes its revolutions around it create seasons. When the season changes, you know what the heathen does? Freaks out. He then gets scared as hell. His damn tree leaves are falling off his tree. And here's the dumb thing, right? Salakia, I'm gonna finish that scripture. I jumped ahead.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
Yeah, the heathen's dismayed at them. The heathen gets dismayed at the signs of heaven. You understand? So again, the sign of heaven is like a seasonal change, right? Like as the season changes, the sun gets lower in this, in the sky, it gets lower on the horizon. So the days are shorter and things like that. You get further from the sun, so the temperature drops, and the heathen freaks out and gets stressed. Oh my God, everything's dying. Huh? My damn bush died. My flowers died. My crops are, the leaves are, dying. Like my little farm, the field, the crops are now dying. So now I guess everybody's about to die. People are about to start dropping like flies because look at the flowers. Huh? Look at the flowers. Look at the bird. I don't see as many birds here in the winter. The birds must have gone. The birds must be dead. The birds must be dead somewhere, off in the wilderness. The birds are all gone. The heathen is simple, is what you must understand. And God knows this. God knows this. And he tried to, listen, he commanded us to not be simple, man. The Most High commanded us to not be simple like them. Don't freak the hell out because the season changes from fall to winter. Relax. Calm down. It's not like the heathen doesn't even realize that it all comes back in a few short months. Don't the leaves grow back on the same damn tree in about 5 months? What is that? March or April? April showers, May flowers, everything comes back in May. So it wasn't really dead. But goddamn, end of October come again. We're freaking out again. Oh, damn it, the tree is dead again. Everybody must be about to die. And they feel compelled to worship death. They feel compelled to try to make a truce with death. You understand? Like this idea of death and the afterlife, the ghosts, those who did die during that year or in years past. When everything starts to die, Aliyah, is that coming up next in your breakdown for the history of sowing? Okay, we'll pick up where you left off on what the hell Halloween's origins are with sowing.
The Celts believed that on the night before the new year,
Go ahead.
the boundary between the world of the living and the dead became blurred.
The boundary. So they're thinking, okay, because all the plants are dying, this must mean that like if everything's dying, if things that are alive are quickly transitioning to death, then things that are dead must be able to be coming back alive. Ooh. Spooky, 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 spooky. This is nonsense, man. So this is the day that they say, you know what? We're going to make a festival, right? Because everything's dying and the lines between what's alive and what's dead is so fragile. Maybe we can communicate with those that are dead. Maybe the dead will come and walk amongst us. Maybe those relatives. Look, here's what it really. Maybe that bully that used to bully me that died. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna come back and bully me some more. Go ahead, Alex. Any more? Go ahead. I mean, keep reading. I guess.
In addition to causing trouble and damaging crops, Celts thought that the presence of otherworldly spirits made it easier for the Druid or Celtic priests to predict the future.
All right. So then here comes the damn greed, right? Here's the greed and the simplicity. So one, they think that it's ghosts that are killing the crops. They think that it's like dead people are killing all the crops. That you know how simple you got to be, man. You think you think your damn rose bush is dying because someone's coming back from the dead to vandalize your rose bush? Well, I'll tell you what. How far fetched is it? How far fetched is it that this time of year on Halloween, well, just in nature, damn, Lee, trees are changing colors. Yeah, a lot of trees that had green leaves are turning yellow, red, orange, burgundy. Some of them are falling off the branches onto the ground. It's not vandalism. That's seasons, folks. That's seasons. Don't be distressed about it. Here's what the heathen does. The heathen go and start actually vandalizing your property. The heathen going to go and egg your house. The heathen is going to get on board with vandalism. They're going to take toilet paper and throw it all over your yard. Mischief and crime spikes on Halloween night because people are silly and superstitious. And it stems from the practice It stems from the tradition and the custom that you were raised in called sewing. They changed the name to Halloween as if it's not the same damn thing. It's the same thing. Keep reading about sewing, Salakia.
For a people entirely dependent on the volatile natural world, these prophecies were an important source of comfort during the long and dark winter.
Let me get back to the prophecies. So they had what they considered priests, Irish priests that put their dukes up like this, right? They claim to be able to make predictions and prophecies by consulting with the dead. You understand? By talking to the dead to see what's going to happen in the future. Are we going to have a good harvest next year? What do we need to do to prepare for next year's harvest? What's going to happen? People are trying to talk to dead people. You got people you got people performing what they call seances, right? You got desperate people who have lost loved ones who just want to have one more conversation with that loved one that passed. That parent that lost a child, they want to talk to that child. They want to tell that child they love them and they're sorry that they couldn't protect them from whatnot. You understand? Or that spouse that passed. I just want to talk to that spouse. Or here's what that mother. You lost your mom, you lost your dad. Halloween night, you can finally, the lines of living and dead are so blurred, you can finally have that conversation to get that closure. The Bible calls that necromancy. You understand? You're not supposed, the Bible says you're not supposed to talk to the dead. Can anybody tell me why the Bible, and again, we're going to use logic here. Why would the Bible say don't go trying to talk to the dead? Emphasis on trying. Aliyah. Why? They're dead. Yeah. There ain't no talking to the dead. Like you're talking to your damn self. You're making yourself a schizophrenic. You're at the gravesite trying to talk to a corpse. You're sick. No one's listening. There's nothing to be heard. Everything you're saying to yourself. You have mental issues. You have a mental disorder. The Bible's against mental health disorder. Mental health disorders? Mental illness. The Bible is against mental illness. You're trying to talk to dead people, you got a mental illness, man. The Bible's against it. Don't do it. You can't do that. It's against God. The Celtics are for it. The Celtics are all in for it. Their entire existence hinges on being able to have the priests talk to the dead to get the answers, to tell us what we need to do next year to have a greater harvest. It's a sad, childish, ignorant approach to greed. You understand? Is there something in there about the costumes? Like, why do the costume? What the hell is the deal with the costumes? The costumes is what everybody likes. That's the one, huh? You women out there, you love to. You got to be the horror version of whatever costume you do, whether it's a nurse, whether it's a nun, whether it's a damn you name it. It's a cheerleader. That's the other one. The damn cheerleaders. You got to be a horror on Halloween. It's your preferred costume, even though it's your 365 day a year attire. Keep reading that.
During the celebration, the Celt wore costume typically made of animal heads and skin. And attempted to tell each other's future. Fortune.
So everybody's trying to tell everybody's future, everybody's fortune. Everybody's going to be rich and prosperous after, you know why? Because the goddamn knucklehead and the costume told me I was going to be rich. This year was my year. I'm going to be rich this year. This year, I'm going to have the biggest harvest I ever had. You understand? Here's what your pastor says. This is your season. They'll say that around New Year's. This year around New Year's, they're going to say 2026 is your year. Hold up, Pastor. You told me in 2022 it was going to be my year. You told me 2023 it was going to be my year. 24 and 25. I'm still poor. I'm still broke. I still struggle at my goddamn job. I'm still miserable. I still can't keep a damn woman. I still can't pay my bills. When's it really going to be my year? You sisters, same thing. Your pastor told you 2025 was going to be your year. You were going to get that man you love, that man you've always dreamed of. You were going to get that dream job, that dream house, that dream damn car. He told you your fortune, didn't he, New Year's? Huh? Well, the Celtics do the same thing. They do it around about Halloween time. when all the damn bushes are dying and the grass stopped growing. Keep reading, Doc.
When the celebration was over, they relit their earth fires, which they had extinguished earlier that evening, from the sacred bonfire to help protect them during the coming winter.
So they would light a what?
A sacred bonfire.
A what?
A sacred bonfire.
A sacred bonfire. All right, so I'm gonna do some screen sharing. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. Let me get the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 10, Baba Kasha.
Got it.
For time's sake, why the hell does it say in there, why the hell the kids go from door to door, panhandling for damn treats? Does it say that? No sweat. Your child trick-or-treating was panhandling and the Celtic tradition. Salaki, you got it?
I got it.
Hold on, Amawa. Hold that, Amawa. It's no sweat. I'll break it down real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, that was panhandling. That's what the poor would do. The poor would go door to door to try to get little trinkets of other people's harvest so that they could survive the winter. What the hell a Tootsie Roll got to listen? A Tootsie Roll gonna sustain your child through the winter. Some Smarties, some Laffy Taffy, some Twizzlers, some Nerds, Tootsie Pops. I think I just named every Halloween candy. I think I just named the top 5 most popular Halloween candies. One. You got that scripture from me, Baba Kasha? Deuteronomy 18.
Verse 10.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 10. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter pass through the fire.
There shall not be. Read that again.
Among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire.
To pass through the fire. Throughout the Bible, it talks about passing through the fire, man. And that fire is talking about Molech. You understand? There are other ancient nations that used to worship a god called Molech, who was the god of fire, who was the god of harvests, who was the god of fertility, none of which is a real god of any damn thing. You understand? How do you make something grow without any God? Take God out of it. How do you make something grow? Anybody online, in class? Come on, man. How do you make something grow? What the hell is the process to grow something? I'm gonna leave you in here, HP Lovecraft's cat. I'm gonna leave you in here. Go ahead, talk that nonsense. How do you make something grow, Aliyah? What do you do? What's the first step? Plant. What the hell's the first step to grow something?
Plant a seed.
You do what?
Plant a seed.
You plant a seed. Then what?
Then you water it.
Then you water it. Then what?
Sunlight gets to it and it grows.
Sunlight gets to it. Then what do you got to do again?
Water it.
Then you got to do what?
Water it.
Then you got to nurture it. You got to do it. You work it. You plant it. You sow it. You nurture it. You take care of it. Where the hell's the God in that? Huh? You got to worship some pagan god to grow a damn flower, to grow a plant? No, you got to work it. The Bible is very simple. The Bible is so full of wisdom. The Bible says faith without works is dead, right? That, like, do shit. Do it. What are you saying? You're sitting here waiting, and well, you just like I don't know how you can go about a responsible adult existence. Like you're a mother, you have a newborn baby, it's hungry. What do? Pray? What do? Meditate? The baby's hungry, it's crying. What do, Mom? Feed it. What are you talking? What God do you pray to feed your damn baby? What do? No, you do it. You breastfeed it, or you give it the formula. You put food in its mouth. That's what you do. You do it. Heathens are simple. They don't understand. And Islam is not excused. Islam is as dumb. You know what Islam does to worship their God? They walk around a rock. They walk 1,000 miles to get to a rock, to walk around it, to put their filthy lips on it. That's it. And then they go sell crack in your community, man. Islam, nutshell, trash, toilet paper. All right? You'd be better off celebrating Halloween instead of Islam. God damn it, at least you get a Tootsie Roll. The hell Islam ever gave anybody besides an STD? Hurting these children out here. Islam hates children as much as the Celtics does. As much as their tradition stems from something even more. We're going to get into it. I'm a read that again. Thou shalt not make thy sons and daughters. There shall be none of you. Go ahead. Take that back.
There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire.
Pass through the fire. That fire is Molech, all right? That's referring to an ancient deity called Molech that silly people used to worship. I'll put it on the screen for you real fast. Salakia, let me share this screen. Let me educate Lovecraft's cat that's got 15 accounts that keeps coming back. You something else, Lovecraft. You're disgusting. I wouldn't say it to your face. I'm saying it to your face. I'm saying it right now. It's been said. It's been said, no take backs. What you gonna do, Salakia. So this is Molech. Molech was like a statue of like a bull. And what people would do is that bull would have like a chamber inside of it. That bull would have like a hollow stomach that would be a fire, a furnace. All right? And how people would celebrate it, or how people would worship this bull so that they could have a good harvest. Our harvest next year depends on what we do, what we give the bull this year. You understand? Salakia. I don't know if you can see this. Oh, look at them. They bow down to it. Oh, they cry. They play the music. Oh, man, the big bonfire. That it was big about bonfires. That person, Salakia, this person right here is putting a baby into that statue's arms. It's into that statue's arms, right? And what would happen is that baby will roll down the statue's arms and it'll roll down that statue's arms and fall into that furnace. Okay? And that's what that's what ignorant, silly, superstitious people were willing to do to grow wheat. to grow corn. You know what I'm saying? To grow barley, to grow a crop, for their goats to have more baby goats. They would sacrifice their own children, man. That's why the God of the Bible tells his children, he's like, hey, don't you dare go do that silly shit. Don't you dare go sacrifice your child to try to get some increased harvest, because agriculture was the economic means for everybody. You herded sheep, you herded goats, you had cattle, you grew things, you farmed the land. That was the income. And there's a deity that if you sacrifice your child to, you'll be blessed somehow. Somehow it'll increase your prosperity. That's Molech. That's how they worship Molech. What are you willing to do to your child for Halloween? For sowing? for a harvest? For a harvest festival? To communicate with the dead? I'm gonna keep reading that, Baba Kishah.
Or that useth divination.
Or that useth what?
Divination.
Divination. There you go. Now we're getting into it. Now we're getting into your Halloween, man. Now we're getting into your Ouija boards. Keep reading.
Or an observer of times.
Observer times. That's them. They looking at the calendar. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is the day that line is blurred between life and death. We got to try to talk to all the dead people that we knew now to get all the answers. Keep reading.
Or an enchanter.
Or an enchanter. Now you're getting into the spooky, superstitious nonsense. That's a nothing, but you think it's something, so you try it. You goddamn sage, you goddamn tarot cards. You understand your superstitions. You don't split the poles. You don't step on a crack. You damn don't crack a mirror. Don't open an umbrella inside. You get into all this silly nonsense. God is against that. You understand that? That's what this is saying. But let's get back to the marching your children through that fire. Do you understand what you're doing when you send your children out on Halloween to go to all these strangers' houses? Are you considering the danger that you're putting your child in? Again, Halloween night, drunk driving through the roof. Pedestrian fatalities, not just pedestrian, goddamn limb rearrangement, fatalities, spikes, increase through the roof. Crime through the roof, assaults through the roof, robbery through the roof, vandalism through the roof. It's such a wicked night because everybody is in the spirit of this wicked nonsense where it's okay, put on a mask and be a damn zombie. Be a ghoul, be a goblin, be a monster. Tonight's the night to do it. If ever there was a night to purge, surely Halloween night is the night. I mean, they can't even identify me. It was the guy with the scream mask on. Okay. How many people have on scream masks for Halloween? Or the guy that was dressed as a skeleton. Okay. Which guy dressed as a skeleton? Huh? The guy that was, you know what I'm saying? The guy with the goddamn, that, we're going to move on for time's sake. All right. Let me get, last scripture. Let's do come out of her, my people. Come out of her, my people, if we could. That's a revelation.
I got it.
All right, go ahead.
Uh-oh, hold up. Technical difficulties.
No sweat. It
Here
says
we
the
go.
fact that
This is
Islam
the
is
book.
hold on, Salagia. The fact that Islam is set to be a dominant religion, us Muslims will be a global majority. We'll have the power. Islam will be in your future, and there isn't a damn thing you can do about it. No sweat, man. I think y'all got y'all's hands full. Israel and Hamas. I think the Muslims got their hand full with the that Jewish man. I think you got. I mean, you should deal with that first, Lovecraft. You better hope y'all pull out of that one all right, because it's looking pretty tricky over there. Salakia. Go ahead, Amawan. Revelation 18:4,
Yep.
Baba Kucha.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people,
It
that
says
ye
come
be.
out of it says come out of her, man. That means take yourself out of the customs of these people, man. Take yourself out of, like, don't be a part of what she does. You understand? Like, if everybody you know goes to a party and you don't go, you've come out of them. Like, you're not a part of them. Does that make sense? So when all of them go to celebrate Halloween and do goofy goofy stuff like that, don't do it. You don't have to. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
You be not partakers of her sin. Celebrating Halloween is a sin, man. It's a sin against the Most High if you're an Israelite. Now, again, if you're Irish, knock yourself out. If you're Irish, make sure you pay top dollar for that costume this year. Don't let me, if you Irish, don't let me see you in the costume you had last year. You better have a brand new, fresh one. You better spare no expense on this costume. You better look like the real thing. You better look exact. You better make people think you really are Frankenstein. You understand? But if you the Lord's chosen people, don't you participate in that. Come out of her, man. Forget that candy, man. Forget that candy. You kidding me? You ain't got no candy in your house? Your kids ain't got candy on deck? Candy damn near free. Like, candy, the price of candy has not gone up. Gas gone up, milk gone up, eggs gone up. Snickers bar, 50 cents. You understand? like, 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 goddamn! Don't send your children out into the wildest night in America for Tootsie Rolls and Tootsie Pops. Don't do it. It's not worth it, man. Keep reading.
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
Her plagues, her consequences, man. There are consequences for being stupidly superstitious. There's consequences for being extremely liberal with your conduct. There's consequences for it. There's consequences for going and getting drunk at a party and getting high as you can and then going out into the streets. There's consequences for that. Don't you go be a part of that. Don't you go immerse yourself in that nonsense. Read Salakia. Did you finish that?
That's the end of verse 4.
Yeah, and that ye received not of her plagues, man. Don't go do it, man. You're better than that, Israel. You are better than that. Don't you be no silly child with childlike superstition. You understand? Thinking that there's anything to October 31st other than it's a Friday. That's it. That's all there is to it. October 31st is a Friday. Nothing more, nothing less. You understand? It's the night before a weekend. Behave yourself. Don't go out there. This, again, it's so much treachery that's going to take place out there, man. Don't you go get wrapped up in it. All right, Israel. Y'all sit this one out. All right. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and shut it down, man. We got another class coming up at 7 o'clock on these channels. It'll be a brother from Baltimore. Teaching the scripture breakdown class, man. Bringing you these scriptures, these current events. You understand? Make sure y'all tune back in about 45 minutes. You understand? From 7 to 9. In case you haven't heard, ISUPK's 57th Lord's Passover will take place in Houston, Texas. You understand? Give that a hand. Houston, Texas, right? We got Houston, Texas hosting the Lord's 57th annual Passover under command of General Yohana on April 4th. God damn, you got 6 months to make your arrangements. There is no excuse for you to not be there. Get there. All right. Make sure y'all get there. As far as these channels, man, we got classes on these channels: ISUPK Baltimore, ISUPK Eastern Shore. We got classes on these channels 5 nights a week, 6 days a week. Monday through Friday, we got classes, from 7 to 9. And then we got the Sabbath class on Saturday from about 10 to 12. All right. We also have One West News Desk on Mondays from about 6 to 7. Make sure you check that out. We got Chop and Cut. We were doing Chop and Cut on Sundays, right? Chop and Cut. Damn, we don't like the 21st episode, something like that. But we're gonna have a little change in our schedule. We're moving the program from Sundays, you understand, to Fridays. On Friday, we're gonna have Chop and Cut from 5 to 7. All right. That's before most of the nation's Lashawan Kwadash classes. All right. Due to popular demand, you know what I'm saying? We wanted to make ourselves more accessible. So on Friday from 5 to 7, catch this episode, the next, the most recent episode of Chop and Cut with myself, Officer Aisha Allah, Officer Yagadar from Virginia, you understand, and Officer Corrala come from Baltimore, man. We're going to be in here killing it like usual, talking about everything, current, all right? So yeah, that's about it. If you in the class, make sure you hit that link. If you try and get your credit for attendance, you understand, I'll post it one more time. All right. Make sure you click that link. Hit that attendance situation. Get your Hebrew name. That's pretty much it, man. We'll be back next Wednesday with another banger. You understand? Lord allow. And Christ don't return. All right. So with that, I want to say Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah to all the Aquat, to the Akim that tuned in. Salaki, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Baraka Thumb to all the Akim that tuned in. Yahweh Shemar Alathon, but Hashem Yahweh Shah to all the Aquatim that tuned in. Shalom, Israel.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're